There he is.
And then everyone's gonna be like, "Wait, what happened to it?" And then we bring back a different show. Same everything.
I like that. I like that a lot.
We're live, but we're still hosting Extreme Cook.
Are we?
There we go. Now we're off.
It takes a minute, I've noticed.
I can't watch our page at the same time because it throws me off. I have to see what I'm doing.
I gotcha.
So you have two screens.
No. But I gotta make sure I'm counted as a watch.
Yeah, just mute your tab. That's it. That's all I do.
I thought if you mute it, it doesn't count as a viewer.
If you mute the stream, it doesn't count. But if you mute the tab, Twitch doesn't know you muted the tab because that's an application setting, not a web setting.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you could do that. Thank you, DM Tech Guy.
That's why I'm DM Tech Guy. Just kidding. You're
I
welcome.
use my channel points to get my emotes.
Oh, I need 2 more streams. I don't know if you could see that or not. Oh, it's reversed. Never mind. I got the follows. I got the hours. I got the viewers. I just need days.
Hi, NJ.
Hey, NJ.
Peach, I'm super stoked for you.
I'm super excited. Now I have to go and make my emotes.
An anxiety ride. But you already know that.
Yeah. NJ was freaking out.
Aw, we miss you too, NJ.
Miss you too. What's up,
Hi,
Carl,
Carl.
please? Welcome to the stream. What's up, lurking? Alright, I guess it's time.
Peach is still sus. Sorry, I'm never saying.
Alright, stand by.
The topics we discuss are many,
No story too bold to talk about.
strictly our own opinions.
But they are opinions from people like you.
Our stalkers.
Welcome to the Naked Podcast.
Hi, Snicker. Welcome to the stream. I am Keelan, and I am cleaning out my fridge one liquor bottle at a time.
I tried to drink that snake bike. It wasn't happening.
I forgot that was my turn. I'm sorry. I am your DM Tech Guy, Alan, and I have been getting my ass handed to me by everything and everything else and everyone's mom.
So everybody's mom's been handing it to you?
Yeah, in the game.
I guess it's better than everyone's dad handing it to you.
E. Yeah, you're right.
There they
Welcome, everyone in chat. Well, today is a very sad stream because we do not have NJ.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody give a nice pout face.
F's in chat for
Yeah.
NJ, please.
NJ has officially taken the day off.
You're making it sound like she left.
Wishes.
Nobody quits the Naked Podcast except for that one guy.
Oh.
I mean, if they rage quit, we just gotta let them go.
Yeah, I mean, he rage quit. All right. Enough jokes. What you got for us, Ethan?
A panic.
A panic?
And then so I guess the ladies have been doing their book club.
Mhm.
So I got a suggestion for them.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a self-help book, I guess. I guess you can say it's kind of self-help, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it is self-help. So in March of 2021,
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Peterson will be putting out his second book called Beyond Order 12 More Steps to Live By.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, me no read, but I would definitely listen to that audiobook.
Why is that? Who is George Peterson?
Jordan
And why does
Peterson.
his Peterson?
Jordan Peterson is a psychologist who has got some bad press on a little bit. Uh, when I first saw him, it was, oh, he's like an anti-feminist and all this. And I don't think he's anti-feminist. He's more like self-responsibility.
Mhm.
And I know there are some liberal people that can don't appreciate the way he looks at the world. But for a lot of other people, I think his methods are very helpful. Um, I know I was first introduced to Jordan Peterson probably in 2018, right after his book came out, because I saw his first book, which was 12 Steps to Live By. And yeah, and Jay, yeah, you better consider it. It's helpful. I'll read the 12. Y'all can read the first one if I'll read out the 12 steps in a little bit, and if y'all want to hear them.
Oh, I want to.
But yeah, so he first was doing his tour on his first book, and he made one simple thing. He's like, he said one thing that said, when you first thing you do in the day should be make your bed, right? You get out of bed, you make your bed because you have one thing done for the day. So everything's already easy. Your day becomes easier if you get things done, right? There's less stress on you, less anxiety.
Mhm.
So just waking up and making your bed is, a good step to start a good day. And I really liked the point of view he had, and I enjoyed listening to him. And when I first listened to him, I was like, well, this guy's kind of a little out there. But after he talks things through and you're like, okay, he's a psychologist, he's coming from that aspect,
Mhm.
you know, uh, it was eye opening for me.
So, do you make your bed first thing in the morning?
I don't know. Do we, Keelan?
Yes, I do. When I leave, I'm the last out of bed, so I make.
Yeah.
That's
Or
fair.
either she makes it or I make her get out of bed so I can make it before I leave.
And
So
then
she
she
likes
climbs
to
back
sleep
into it.
in. Yeah. She likes to sleep in. So she has agreed to make it to make me happy.
That sounds fair. I mean, I know that's one thing that we don't teach our son, NJ and my son. But that's one thing he does as soon as he gets home. Like, go make your bed, clean your room, then you're good for the rest of the day. But I like that concept. Make your bed first.
Yeah. NJ,
Okay.
I don't know if you would say he's anti PC, but he more or less, his message, it does go against a lot of politically correct things in some instances.
Yeah.
Uh, but I wouldn't say he's anti-PC. Like his statement is, if there is a severe wage gap between men and women, wouldn't you think corporations would fire all the men, hire women in their place, and save 30% off the top? Which
Damn.
logically makes sense. Like we
Mhm.
understand that there is a pay difference in men and women, but there's also a job difference, a skill difference. Men do take more skilled trades, you know, women do take a little different career paths, but hey, to each their own. And I know a lot of women that make a whole lot more money than me. So
What are some of his anti PC stances, or not anti PC, because you said he's not anti PC, but what are some of the stances or some of his views that seem like they're not politically correct?
he's against the like censorship that you do see a lot of the hate speech laws.
Mm-hmm.
He's very anti hate speech. He It's hard to classify somebody
Mm-hmm.
out in your own words, but a thing that he got a lot of slack for. I know he did a big interview with the BBC, and the lady was a real see you next Tuesday, and
Mm-hmm.
she went into the interview thinking he's a feminist or anti-feminist piece of trash, and every question she asked was just pointed in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and if you're gonna, politically correct is that some people view it as anti-masculinity, right? Toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
he believes masculinity is a good thing for men. So that's just, I believe being masculine is some men need it. It doesn't work for other men, but like me, I prefer to be masculine. I prefer to go get blood on my hands to put food on the table or build
Mm-hmm.
something in the backyard. I mean, that's the type of person I am. So that speaks to me. I could understand
Well,
if you're not the classic masculine type of guy, but just because somebody is different doesn't mean you should judge them for it.
well, and
Got
to
it.
that point, a lot of people think that masculinity only comes from men. But I'm sure we all know some woman who's a little bit masculine, who's not afraid to get her hands dirty in that type of way.
Right, NJ?
So masculinity doesn't always necessarily mean men, but we do know that, toxic masculinity, it doesn't matter
Mm-hmm.
who it's coming from. It's toxic.
Yeah.
I,
Um
see, I don't completely agree with that. I mean, personally, I grew up in NJ's the captain now.
NJ's the captain. All right, captain.
But I grew up. eh, I would say more. My father took me hunting. I had my father in my life my whole life, and he was a very influential figure. And if you ever met my dad, he's rough. He could grate cheese with his hands. They're that rough. It's just the kind of guy he is. And I think I've learned a lot, and I've benefited a lot from somebody like that.
Yeah, my dad was kind of the same way, but he liked to do a lot of manual work. So I mean, I didn't. That's something that most people don't know is I was born and grew up in the city, and I didn't move out to a ranch till I was about 17. And at that point, I started doing a lot more manual labor. And my dad, his idea of relaxing was going out on the ranch, cutting down some branches to a tree, fucking taking care of something, anything to keep him busy. And I understand where you're getting at. Because
So
that's
one of
something
his
that I did a lot of. Sorry, go ahead.
So one of his philosophies is go outside, find the heaviest thing you can, and carry it across the yard.
yes, NJ. She can see the importance of what you're talking about. Masculinity is important, but there's a line between being a man and being a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no. If you respect women, it's that easy.
Mm-hmm.
I
Make
mean,
other people like
Just respect
like yeah,
everyone. Yeah.
I personally to hear where we're from. Hunting is a very masculine thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's providing for your family. It's being the bread earner, the man around,
Mm-hmm.
and I have no issue with that, but I can also come home and help Keelan with the laundry and help with the dishes,
Mm-hmm.
Like there is where we need a level of masculinity for men, but they also need a level of, you know, you got a testosterone pumping event, then you got to have like a non-testosterone event. You know what I mean? You got to
Yeah.
level it out, net things out.
Hey, you can't just go home, sit down on the couch, and watch more football. Like,
be like, that's women's work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like this
But
morning.
also,
Go ahead.
what happened this morning?
Oh, I was just gonna
Come
say
on,
this.
if you're gonna say it.
All right, fine. You don't gotta tell me twice. No, this morning I got up, took a shower, and after I dropped off the kiddo at school, and one of the things that I was taking care of before I went and dropped him off, I washed dishes, I cleaned up the kitchen a little bit, and when I got back before I jumped in the shower, I swept. Because, I mean, we have a dog. She brought in a shit ton of mud. And, I mean, just because it's not something that men do often, or that you don't see a lot of men doing, it doesn't mean that it's not important. It's at least from what I get from cleaning as a male is, you know, I get to do, it feels like I'm cleaning myself almost of like any negativity that I have off of me. At least that's how I've always seen it.
And I mean, I can attest to Ethan. Like, let's be real, I'm the sloppy one in our relationship. But I mean, I was able to come home today, and not only could I smell that it had been recently cleaned, but I looked over the TV and he had put up these little metal ornaments that are our initials over it. And he's like, I know you picked these out like 2 years ago. We're finally getting them on the walls. I hoped you liked it. And I was like, I can't tell you what that meant to me. It was so sweet.
Yeah, I'm sweet. I'm sweet and salty at the same time. So, hold on. I'm reading chat. Sorry.
I told Alan this a few times. I've always been one of the boys, but those friendships with women are so important to me. Same with men. There are just bio differences that cannot be understood by either sex. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Then you remember?
Yeah, I can pretty much be
Yeah.
friends with anyone as long as there's not drama. And I just feel like a lot of women like to bring drama for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Not all women. I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some conversations that I like to have with Norma because I know she'll understand me. Like, Ethan's my best friend, and I literally talk to him about everything. But sometimes, even if we have a conversation, I'll still bring it up with Norma because, hey, I want my girl perspective. But I mean, half the time, Ethan's coming out there for girl talk.
Well, that's because y'all leave me in awkward situations, and I don't know what to do. I would rather sit outside and enjoy fresh air and be awkward than sit inside and be awkward.
Most of the times, it's like you and me, and you're like, "All right, I'm gonna go outside." So, am I the awkward
No, it's
situation?
not just you and me. Don't even be like that. You know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Not all men. Oh, actually, to kind of further add to that, back in the 70s or 80s, I remember that NJ and I had seen a TikTok about this, and it's still fresh in my memory. They sent a woman out to space for like 6 days, and they sent her with 100 tampons, and they're like, "Hey, is this enough tampons for 6 days?"
At least they cared enough to make sure she had what she needed.
Yeah, but still, like, these are the smartest scientists, rocket scientists, engineers, and like people renowned in their respective fields, but they're all men. Anyway,
I mean, I work in a construction field, but if you sat me in front of like an AC unit and said, "How does this all work?" I was like, "Well, I take power there." You know? Like,
well, have you tried plugging
it's
it
hard
in?
to it's hard to say, you know.
Yeah.
To those guys' credit, they might have gave her the wrong amount, but they at least thought enough to give her what she needed.
Yeah.
I mean, at a certain point, you got to also take responsibility. Like, hey, I'm going into space. I need something different than other people.
Mm-hmm.
I need to speak up or make sure that that's on the list.
No, I agree with you. It kind of struck me as a funny situation, and the only reason I'm bringing it up is because, you know, we need to communicate between both sexes, and we need to be respectful of what every person needs. Just how you can go hunting, Ethan, that might not be something for me. I haven't gone hunting yet, and I wish I had gone with you this.
Everyone has their downfalls. Like even when I was building a PC, I came to you because you're gonna know what to do. It's like it doesn't reflect any bad on me.
No, of course not.
Because and that's, I guess that's some of the where the toxic masculinity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some guys are afraid to admit their faults or, ask for help or direction somewhere because they don't want to look weak. Well, guess what? Everybody's weak. You're actually stronger if you admit your faults and you correct them and move forward.
Mm-hmm.
And that's some of the thinking that I like to stay in, where instead of, well, you're saying something mean and it hurts my feelings, right? Instead, I'm going to say, you know what? Fuck you. I don't need you. You're toxic. Moving on.
Exactly.
Snickers. Touchdown Seahawks. Oh wait. We're not
Speaking
talking-
Wrong
of
stream, bro.
Washington, the most toxic of all.
Well,
So,
no.
I do have the 12 rules from his first book that we can
Oh yeah.
we can go over. Rule 1, stand up straight with your shoulders back. Have
Posture.
your chest out.
My back just popped by
Walk
doing
proud.
that. Oh, that felt good. Oh. All right, I'm good.
Posture.
Simple.
Good posture always
Rule-
leads to a little bit of self-confidence.
Yeah, exactly. So rule 2, treat yourself like you would treat someone who you are responsible for helping. So treat
Oh.
you know. Rule
That's
3.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah, what? No. Yeah, talk.
No, I was
You're
gonna say
fine.
that's good because a lot of people, they'll care for someone else a hell of a lot better than they would treat themselves.
Yeah,
And
and
that's usually why we have our treat ourselves day. Because
Yeah,
I'm gonna
exactly.
spoil me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great thing to think about. You always you always hear the phrase "treat others like you would like to be treated."
Mhm.
So that's a good little spin on it.
That's
So
a-
Treat
then
yourself how you would-
rule 3, make friends with people who are the best for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get rid of them toxic friendships.
I can already hear Norma like in the back of my head and in a memory, like if your friends aren't contributing to your life in some way, shape, or form, cut them out.
So rule 4, compare yourself with who you were yesterday, not with who someone else is today. So that's a little philosophy that I've always stuck with.
Mhm.
Be a better person today than you were yesterday. Like, don't focus on your faults or the downsides of things. Like, say, hey, this is where I fucked up. Okay, I can fix that tomorrow. Sweet. And everything's working on increments.
Mhm.
Life is all about increments. It doesn't happen all at once. So, rule 5, do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them.
Peach.
Well,
Why are you looking at me?
yeah, I was like, I don't have any kids, so I don't really have a take on this one, everybody.
I can agree with this. I mean, I want to love our son unconditionally, but one thing that I am kind of proud of in him is that I hate saying this, but in certain instances I've treated him as if I were an asshole, and he corrects himself and he goes, "Oh, manners." Or like he'll do something or he'll understand. Like, for example, if he says like, "Oh, I want this." "Oh, it must be nice to want things." "Oh, can I have this?" "Yes, you may. Here you go." Just type of shit like that. So I can get that.
So NJ, rule 5 was do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them.
I'm still working on his backseat gaming, so yeah, that's a work in progress.
AKA, don't let your kid be a dick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if your kid's doing something that you would say, hey, that's a little brat. You know what I mean? Like if it was somebody else's kid, you're like, man, so-and-so has a bratty ass kid. Yeah, don't let your kids do that stuff.
Smack him upside the head. I didn't teach you that shit.
So rule 6, set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. So again, focus on yourself. And if your house isn't perfect, then who are you to judge anyone else?
That's pretty fucking deep, man.
Mm-hmm.
Rule 7, pursue what is meaningful, not as what expected.
Hmm,
So,
I like that one.
I love that.
rule 8, tell the truth or at least don't lie.
Yeah.
I think that is one of the biggest things out of all of them. It's so hard. Like you get used to the like little white lies, right? Because you think you're not gonna hurt some. It's easier not to hurt somebody's feelings. But then again, if you think about it, well, sometimes NJ. But what I was saying,
Hey,
so
Chug.
uh, hold on, I lost my train of thought. Hold on.
So
It's
it's
okay.
like I've told so a few months ago I had a position where I had 3 days off a week and I had Thursdays and Fridays off. And sometimes I would tell Ethan, yeah, I've already loaded a load of dishes in the dishwasher today and I hadn't done it yet. So it would have been better for me to just not say anything about it than say, oh, yeah, I already did this. Because then I felt guilty. And then if he came home and found me out, then guess what? I'm lying. It doesn't matter what about. It's just I lied to him. And that's not okay.
Mm-hmm. The breach of trust. And
Yeah,
trust is hard to earn, especially
I
after you
think
lost
that's
it.
yeah, and no, what you're saying is like spot on because I think that's one of the again, this is one of the most important rules to me because it's so easy just to like give that little white lie, like, oh yeah, I totally did it, and you know that like you can cover your ass later on, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, then it becomes too easy, and then it snowballs, and next thing you know, you're just like in a corner, you know. It's like it's just easier just to be straight up right away, like, "Oh, no, I didn't do it, but I get it later," you know? I deal with that on a daily basis with grown ass men. Don't even get me started.
Children.
Like,
Grown ass children.
is they did you send in your field reports? Yeah, I totally sent in my daily report. I can literally read it on my phone. You did not send it to me. I'm standing right in front of you.
Well, I was going to.
Sorry, NJ. I'm working on it. I got distracted. Okay,
Hashtag
rule
mama.
9. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something you don't.
Step outside of yourself.
Yeah, I think that is one that everybody here in the United States could definitely benefit from lately.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've had that a lot where it's like, you know, especially talking to your parents, right? Like you talk to your parents and they ask you the stupidest questions, and it's like, you know, did you put the trash can lid on the trash can outside, right? And you're like, I took out the trash. And instead of them going, oh, cool, good job. Now they go, well, did you put the lid on it? Yeah. Did you secure the lid? It's
Yeah.
like, you know how many times I've had to go out there and clean up the trash? Like I learned my lesson a long time ago. You can you can trust me with the little things, right? So again, rule 10, be precise with your speech. So for me, definitely, I got to take a moment before I talk most of the time because I have an extremely bad potty mouth. I know I got real bad. I was talking to my sister, who's a teacher, and Snicker Bass knows what's up. But I was talking to my sister, and I was dropping f bombs and everything else. I was like, "Bitch, motherfucker!" Like I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta slow down a little bit. She don't talk this way."
I have the same
So
problem.
rule 11: do not bother children when they are skateboarding. More or less, mind your own damn business. They're not hurting
Okay.
you. You don't need to bother them. So it reminds me of that ad. Has everyone seen that ad going around right now? Where it's like the Don't Be Your Parents class.
I
It's on
haven't.
Hulu, I think. So they're like the guy's helping back out a car, and the guy just walks up. They don't know you. Come on, just walk to your car. They don't know you. You know, it's like don't be your parents' class,
You don't have to become your parent.
right? Or the guy is on the tool aisle looking at the tools, and the guy walks up. You about to grout some stuff? I'm like, you don't know them. Just let them look and
He
read.
didn't ask you for your advice.
Yeah, exactly.
I that's like the one thing I hated the most when I started going around and shopping for tools. I had like random people like, oh yeah, you don't want to get those, you want to get these, and they'll point to like the most expensive fucking thing in the aisle. Like, I didn't ask for your fucking advice. Get out of here. I know what I'm looking for.
Exactly. Like me personally, you could tell me something 1,000 times, but I'm
Mhm.
still gonna do it the way I think it will work. And then if it doesn't work, I'll say, "Oh fuck, my bad, it didn't work." And then I'll try what you said. But you gotta let me try it my way first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like NJ said, I know what I'm about, son.
And so rule 12 is the perfect one for NJ. I think she'll be okay with it. Pet a cat when you encounter them on the street.
So all day today, there's been a cat walking outside the shop, and I kept trying to chase it, and it wouldn't come
Is
here.
it the black one?
It was the gray one.
Oh, the gray one. I think the black one died. But yeah, we had the
Oh.
black one. Well, I mean, this was like years. It was there, right? Years and years and years. But we always like fed it our leftover food and stuff out of our trucks. You got leftover lunch, you throw it out. And we named him Electrode. So he just hung out around the shop for like years.
That's cute. Electrode.
Yes, you should always pet the cat.
But I mean, if you break it down, you see you see a dog, pet a dog. It's the little kindness that you show the world. If you do one little act of kindness, it always snowballs every time. I guarantee it. You
Mhm.
do one nice thing for somebody, and that act of kindness will snowball down the hill.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I won't go into that today.
Well, yeah. You also got to read when people are using you too. So, but that's why you do little acts of kindness, not give Prince in Zimbabwe, $5,000. Just, you know, if you see some trash, pick it up, or one little good item a day will snowball.
Well, yeah, and that goes with hoping that you inspire other people to extend that little like nugget of kindness, right?
I mean, that's our whole philosophy here at Official Millennials. Like
Mm-hmm.
I say it all the time, whatever love or support we get from everybody, we always pay it forward. Like, Extreme blows up everything we do.
Mm-hmm.
Extreme's always the first one. If he needs anything, we're all the first in line.
Mm-hmm. I'm always looking at an Extremes channel, so yeah, that tracks. Effort begets
So
effort, as Ethan said.
those are the first 12 rules. And so in March of 2021, we'll be getting the next set of 12 rules to live by.
NJ and I will consider putting it on our to read list.
Sorry.
Yeah, but definitely if you've ever heard of Jordan Peterson, it was probably something negative. He's not a negative person. Uh, he has a different viewpoint of most people, but you can only learn from other people's viewpoint. It's not going to hurt you. I mean, unless the words have a gun and they come at you, words really can't hurt you. You can only let words hurt you.
Sticks and
Yeah.
stones may break my bones. Yeah. What happens if people don't follow those steps? Well, we put them in a cannon and we fire them to the sun, right, Ethan?
Hey, I can say I try my best, to take what I can learn from things like the 12 steps. And I think I live a very happy and helpful life. So
I'd say so.
I guess people who don't want to listen to the steps don't live happy or healthily. From what I've
Yeah.
seen, they can be very toxic. See, that's the thing. It's like if you look at the type of people who would read or follow. I mean, you got to remember that his first book sold over 5 million copies, right?
Mhm.
And sorry, I get
Murder mysteries.
so he has to be saying something that's worth at least learning.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I think a lot of times it can be easy to be blindsided by your own downfalls, or even if you have like depression, because just making your bed first thing in the morning, for some people that feels like a daunting task, or it's something that they never even think about. So I mean,
I
even just
I
for
got a
steps
question about for you on that.
with that.
So, since you've been doing that, have you felt any different?
No, but I know it makes you happy.
No, but I
So
mean,
that's literally probably the only reason I do it.
but it doesn't change you. I don't know. When you start your day and you already got something done, it doesn't make you feel more like, hey, I'm not, I did something. At least I did one thing today.
No, and that may just be because I've been doing it for so long. Like maybe if I was coming out of one of my funks, and that could be, I know some people have heard of the spoon theory.
Mhm.
So making the bed is a spoon. And so for some people, it could be that's what they spent their spoon on that day.
Oh, I get you. I
um
understand what you're talking about.
yeah.
Yeah.
um I could start thinking of it as an accomplishment, but I just, to me, it makes you happy, and that's why I do it.
But again, so like that, one little small thing you do, is happiness for another person. I mean,
Mhm.
what does it take? 30 seconds of your day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's really easy to make our bed. We have a nice, just one blanket on there.
Yeah. Now you
Straight
know
in the
why I got rid
pillow.
of the other one.
Straight in the pillow because I started cuddling it.
That's why he got rid of the other one. So I heard that. Sorry.
Oh, I hate the middle. You know that like thin regular sheet that you put on top? I'm
I
like,
like that
there's no
one.
use. I hate those things.
I like that
I threw them
one.
all away. No, I took
What
all
do
of
you
them in
even
our
use that
house and I
for?
got rid of all.
What do you even use it for?
I mean, when it's too
It
hot, just
traps your heat.
throw the other one off and you're good. Like the one that goes on top, the comforter.
We have
I don't
so we
know.
have like 3 different blankets to choose from for our bed.
Yeah,
Well,
we just
3
have like
levels of blanket. So you have the
yeah.
regular thin one, then we have a thin one with like a wool backing, and then we have a comforter. Depending on the set of year is what we put on.
hmm
NJ forgot the loose sheet today when she was making the bed. It's on top of it now.
Aw, you
That's fine.
guys,
You don't need the
okay.
loose sheet. No,
Dude,
but so I'll
Catalyst.
throw that out. If anybody does try any of these steps and do feel like they've made a difference, let us know in the Discord. We got the Naked Pod discussion
Hmm.
where we either post what we're going to talk next week or we talk about other items with the people.
I like that. I do have to say that I've somehow been living by some of these rules without ever like reading the book or hearing of them up until today.
So
So
to
kind of on the right
wrap
spot.
up our little yeah, no, to wrap up our little segment, the reason we wanted to talk about this was actually so Jordan Peterson is Canadian.
Hmm.
Uh and a lot of people don't know that Canadians don't have the same free speech and other items like we do. So
Hmm.
in Canada, you can actually get fined for some of the stuff he says in his book. and you read the steps. They're not that. I mean, he does the breakdown and talks about them, and just talking about the subject can get you in trouble in Canada. You can get fined and other items. So
Oh
that's one of the
wow.
reasons. Yeah. So he's very anti, censorship, hate speech laws. Uh, and in the process, the publisher that is publishing his next book, a lot of people there are more progressive persons, and they think that they shouldn't be publishing this book at all. This book shouldn't exist because it goes against what they believe. So they were, crying and throwing fits and yelling in on their Twitter, and it was just, you know, yeah. Instead of
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, we're gonna publish a book that's guaranteed to get 6-7 million copies sold," where we have a bunch of money to use for our other belief systems,
Hmm.
but no, they're just, we need to cancel this person right now.
That's pretty messed up. I mean, just because his ideals are different than everyone at the publishers doesn't mean that his works his works don't deserve to be heard by anyone else.
It's not everybody at the publisher. We can't just categorize everybody there, but
You're right. That's
there is
fair.
a large group of people there who, you know, they want to push their ideology and their beliefs. And
Hmm.
I think as a society, the cancel culture that he fights against is some of that. It's, you say you're protecting free speech by silencing everybody else. And just because, and that comes back to, words can only hurt you if you allow it.
Hmm.
So guess what? If you don't like what he has to say or what his readers have to say, sell the book, take all the money, and go talk about and do what you want on your own time. That's where I believe we're at on it.
Yeah. And with that, I do have to announce that NJ has paid for some ad time. So let me just go ahead and, you guys ready for an ad? I know
Yeah.
I know we had an ad scheduled for a little later, but that's something that I added to the channel points. Viewers can
It's all
claim for
good.
ads now.
That's what's up.
All
We're
right.
gonna do an ad now to roll into our next topic of the biggest ads. Roll
Ooh.
ad.
Rolling ad, and before I roll the ad, we have Patreon exclusive. We have a Patreon exclusive pre-show. So if you're not a part of our Patreon, go check it out. Well, that's a shame.
You're muted, Keelan, if you're trying to talk.
I'm over Twitter cancels.
You know what I'm over?
Tell me
All
more. Tell me more.
of the mediocre Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals.
So just before we get too deep, wasn't
Sure.
it also kind of messed up that they didn't put any restrictions on Black Friday?
Yeah, they never do.
Did you hear any restrictions about like Walmart or Target having to do anything spectacular for Black Friday?
No.
But they did put a curfew on all the rest of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like our city got a curfew. Fucking national officials attempted to cancel Thanksgiving, but they never dared to even say, "Oh, and Black Friday is canceled." Like, no, they can't do that to the bottom line.
That
Of course
that
not.
just makes me not take anything serious that they say to me now.
Yeah, right. Like I haven't been taking any politician seriously since 2016. But that's a conversation for another time.
You're not a supporter of Rand Paul?
Who?
Anyway.
Rand Paul.
I know who Rand Paul is. I still don't even know if I'm a supporter of him or not. I don't know. That guy gives me
Keelan
the
probably
heebie-jeebies.
Rand
I
Paul?
think.
What's weird about
No.
him?
Fuck,
Who's
or-
You're probably
Rand
thinking
Paul?
his dad, Ron Paul.
Probably, but I need to look up more about Rand Paul and see what his policies are about.
Yeah. So Black Friday.
Black Friday. So there were no restrictions. Politicians effectively attempted to cancel Thanksgiving, even though already like 3,000 Americans traveled home for Thanksgiving. We didn't travel. My parents traveled. I didn't go anywhere. Neither did NJ or what have you. And they're going like really into Black Friday and Cyber Monday. There were no deals that stuck out to me whatsoever. With the Series X and the PlayStation 5 being sold out, there was literally nothing. I mean, Apple had $100 off all of their new tablets, computers, and little accessories, like a certain percentage. I have been getting notifications nonstop from Walmart, Best Buy, Target, and did I already say Amazon?
Yeah.
No, Amazon, like over random little things that I don't see myself buying at all. And I did see one great deal in a TV for like half off. It was a 4K TV by some unknown maker over at Walmart, and I couldn't do it. Like there was nothing. The only thing that I really wanted to buy was already sold out. And the other thing I wanted to buy, which is a Series X, out of my price range right now.
Well, I think NJ makes a good point. Retailers have been stretching out promos to cover lost revenue. In
But
the
how
last
how
8
can you
months,
say they lost any revenue? I mean, Amazon, Target, and Walmart are high. Their stock price is higher now than it has ever been. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they've made more money during the pandemic than they have any year before.
That's true.
Sorry, back to what you were saying.
I would say
My bad.
because of the pandemic, some people weren't able to shop like normal. And then, yeah, with Amazon, they blew up because it's curbside delivery. It's essential. It's not, but okay.
Like
Unless you're
GameStop.
ordering your groceries through like Amazon Fresh or something,
Mm-hmm.
then yes, that becomes an
I think I think the gray area here, especially for retailers like Target, Best Buy, Amazon, is Target and Amazon have groceries into their product line, so they can be considered essential. And well, in terms for Best Buy, I mean, they sell appliances. What if you're moving into a new house or your appliance breaks? Where else are you gonna get that other than the home stores, which they're have to deliver it to you, or Best Buy, where they have a small warehouse within to be able to sell you the merchandise.
So I can give you one example personally. Here in San Antonio, there's Benny's Appliances.
Mm-hmm.
They've been here for 50 years or so. You could go to Benny's or you could go to Best Buy, but Best Buy was allowed to stay open. Benny's was forced to close.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
So, but no, it's like it's that kind of. It's just like SAPD. Any
Mm-hmm.
law that the city council writes, they write an exemption into the law for SAPD. That's what allows them to, as alone today, drive on the wrong side of the road. I saw speed, cut people off, pretty
Text
much
and
be the worst drivers
drive.
on the road
Mm-hmm.
just so they could write you a ticket so they can produce revenue. It's not to keep anyone safe. Their whole goal is only to produce revenue at the moment.
well, and maybe that's why the sales aren't as big this year is because the smaller companies can't make the usual Black Friday sales. And so the big companies are saying, yeah, now we don't have to lower our prices because they're not lowering our prices. And now we get to
True.
make
Yeah.
even more money.
Mm-hmm.
Y-
So that makes
I
sense.
mean, I found one thing on a Black Friday. So I searched Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and I only found one thing worth purchasing.
What was
I
that?
Oh yeah, tell
That
us
was
about that.
a Roomba that mops.
Nice. Can I borrow it? Don't. I'm kidding.
No, it's mine. It was my Christmas present.
Nice. Happy early Christmas.
Thank
I
you.
so I had like a massive list on Amazon of items to buy for Christmas for NJ, for the kiddo, some things like little things for myself. Like one thing I've realized is that this stupid left Joy-Con has started drifting so bad. I finally ordered a whole like joystick thing to fix it myself because I'm not about to ship it out to Nintendo, wait 4 weeks and get it back. Like I'd rather fix the shit myself. That was the only thing that went on sale out of the multitude of items that I had listed. And it only dropped by like $3. Everything else was marked as a sale item, but they didn't go down in price. They went up by like $1 or $2.
Yeah, I did notice that on average it was like a 15 to 20% discount
Mm-hmm.
on items. That was
Mm-hmm.
it. And it was just like random bullshit. Like, you know, Cyber Monday definitely has always been a giant time where I buy a lot of the gifts. And I didn't buy any of the gifts really. I bought
Mm-hmm.
one gift for Keelan and that was it.
I bought a couple of gifts. I still have some other gifts to buy, but like nothing stood out. I even went to Etsy and Etsy had more deals from individual sellers than Amazon did or than
Yeah,
Best Buy.
that's one thing that I can say honestly, I've never really used Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
But from seeing what Keelan looks at it and also what Norma's friend Sarah, her Etsy store, just
Mm-hmm.
seeing what's on there, I was like, I would personally shop on Etsy a lot more if I knew more about it.
I mean, to be like straight with y'all, I bought NJ's ring from Etsy from an individual seller, and she took care of me. Like I've never known that level of customer satisfaction from any large corporation than I do with Etsy. Small creators and businesses. Like I even sent the
Yeah.
ring back to get resized bigger, and she's like, "Yeah, we'll take care of it. Don't worry about it."
So, did you see anything about Small Business Saturday?
I didn't.
So, I heard about it because I know Kamala Harris and a few of the other high level Democrats,
Mm-hmm.
they were promoting Small Business Saturday to go out and buy from small businesses and do all this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, first off, don't make them close down if you really want to support them. But second, I did like the concept.
Mm-hmm.
I think we do need to promote small businesses a lot more and say fuck Walmart and all these other major corporations and just let
Mm-hmm.
them die. And personally, I would like to shop at Etsy a little more. And I might buy some Christmas gifts on Etsy this year. Let's see. Let's see if they have any good ornaments on Etsy.
Ooh, you're right. I
I'll
still
send
need
you
to buy
some
an ornament.
links.
I know that's where I'm
I was
getting. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was really only hoping for one thing on sale for Black Friday, and unfortunately, there really wasn't a sale, but I bought it anyway.
What'd you buy?
Xander's Guide to Everything and Tasha's Cauldron of Everything on Roll20, so that now all of
Nice.
my players can enjoy some updated characters. Super stoked about that one. So like even y'all can go in now and like switch up your characters if
I have Xanathar's Guide to Everything. I need to buy the rest of the D&D books. I read through them for inspiration on like what to throw at y'all, like items and creatures alike. But
that was the only thing I was salty about was that I didn't get a physical copy of the book or like something I could use outside of Roll20 because
Mhm.
the books on there are the same prices as the books if you go buy them online. And that's why I was salty, but I knew, with Roll20 between our upcoming campaigns and our current campaigns, and I could even just create characters on there and then put them on a sheet.
I
Yes,
gotcha.
NJ. Give me that e-copy.
right? Like, I have to go and find it and download it and share it with you guys. Why can't we get an e-copy of this bullshit? Like,
Hey, in all fairness, if
We don't do that.
Disney can
yeah,
sell
you're
me
right.
a DVD and it comes with a Blu-ray, a DVD, and a digital, you can sell me a book with a digital, okay?
Right?
Hell yeah.
I agree. But speaking of digital, have you guys seen the prices that the PlayStation 5 and the Series X are going for on eBay and Craigslist and everywhere else?
Yeah, I stopped tracking it at 1,500
Yeah,
for yeah.
it's fucking ridiculous. I can't believe that they're asking for 3 times.
Jesus.
And the worst part is that Microsoft and Sony and all the other retailers aren't doing anything to stop it, because I mean, either way they're already getting paid, so it's not gonna it's not gonna affect their bottom line if someone else is
Yeah.
selling it for 1,500.
I mean, it's gonna look great for the investors, you know?
Mhm.
They have guaranteed sales until, mid next year.
Yeah,
Guaranteed revenue.
I mean, us included. I want to buy a Series X and maybe hopefully buy a PS5.
So is it
No.
on Microsoft and Sony for not stopping the bots, or is that on GameStop and Walmart and all them for allowing the bots to behave the way they are?
I haven't seen any restrictions on Microsoft side or Sony side, so I'm willing to throw them into the bag of shame here with Amazon, with GameStop, with Best Buy, with Target, with every retailer that sells the products, because they're just hurting the end people, the people who want to own and play on these consoles. I mean, if it gets
There's
any
not
worse,
even
I might not
anything.
even say fuck it and not buy one just because of it.
I literally said
So,
fuck it, and I didn't buy the Series 1X.
Hmm.
so my favorite listings that I've been seeing on eBay with the resellers is people who are posting in their descriptions, this is the box of the PS5. And just the box itself is going for $500, $1,000 each. Like, not the game. It tells you in the description, it's just the box.
Yeah. So I
Yes,
saw something.
eBay. Yes.
It's
So
like
I saw something on this today, and so that's leading to another issue that's coming around with either fake consoles or scammers.
Mhm.
Because they don't
So,
read the description.
well,
And they'll put it in like
yeah,
quotation
no,
marks or
they take
something.
some people get caught by not reading the description, but also there's a issue right now of when they first started doing it, like you could go on and buy a PS5 box for $50, put a bag of sand in it, and sell it to somebody else for $1,500 and pocket the cash.
Yeah. And just say it's a
Mhm.
box with sand in it.
Well, no, no,
That's
don't
bullshit.
tell. Just say, yeah, I got a PS5 right here, unsealed in the box. They send you the $2,000, and when they get the box, it's a bag of sand,
Mhm.
and you just lost $2,000 because they disappeared.
Yeah.
I mean, the one good thing, and what's up, JW? I see you in chat.
Hi, JW.
So I remember this happening back with the 360, where people were selling the 360 box and people were going out and bidding and buying them on eBay. I remember that being an issue, and eBay had to put a stop to it. But the good thing is that the box has the serial number of the console itself. So if, say, you go to fuck, what am I thinking of here? I would say that you can always go to the manufacturer and say, hey, I was sold this box and this person is, scalping and selling it illegally. They can at least report it to the manufacturer or the creators, and they can get in touch with the retailers to try to
So if I
stop
went
them
into
from
your
buying.
trash,
But yeah,
took your box, sold it, and then they come after you, wouldn't that be fucked up?
this is why when I threw away my Oculus Quest box, I kept this part. It has a serial number. I don't trust bitches out there. I don't trust people.
Yeah.
But that's a good point, though.
That's
Yeah.
like the little girl who wanted to
So-
donate her hair and then got worried that if somebody committed a crime with her wig, it'd come back to her.
Mm-hmm.
But thinking about it, so everything in the gaming world has changed in a way, but the way you purchase your consoles. So coming back to earlier what you were saying, you want to put the blame on Sony and Xbox or Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, if I go on Microsoft.com right now, am I able to purchase an Xbox from them?
No, they're sold out. They have run
But
out of their own supplies. Okay.
Yeah, but no, like if they were fully stocked right now, is that I can go there and purchase one from them? I've never tried. I probably could.
Let me
Or
go to the Xbox
do I
website.
have, or
Mhm.
do they have a deal with like GameStop and Walmart that like a car, right?
Mhm.
You can't go to Chevrolet manufacturer and buy a car. You have to go
Yeah.
to a dealer
Mhm.
where if you got to go to a GameStop, a video game dealer to buy it. So so if it's retail exclusive, I say I put the blame on the retailers for allowing the bots. But on the other end of it, why are they doing it this way? This is an outdated system
Mhm.
that clearly can't handle what they're trying to do. If they are just taking, if Microsoft's taking pre-orders and they know, hey, this many people are in line to buy it, then they can do their thing. They know how many to make, who has one. They know if people are buying a shit ton of them.
Mhm. You know what? That's fair. Like, I'm on the Nintendo website and I can go in here and say, all right, let's look at hardware. Let's look at the Nintendo Switch. And they have a buy now option where I'm guessing I can order it online. And you have a point, though. I mean, when I bought my Xbox, I couldn't buy it directly from Microsoft. I had to go to Amazon and order it. And it turned out that it actually came from a Target. So you're right.
That's
Why are they
insane.
using this outdated method to try to sell their product when clearly you only have people buying them in mass and trying to resell them?
Well, and then on top of it, you've seen how many of those people who are running bots and they'll have, 5 or 6 systems. People will track them down and they will rob you. They have been doing it.
Mm-hmm. I believe it.
I think it just snowballs like everything. If Microsoft can't sell it direct, then they shouldn't be selling it.
I can agree with that. It puts you in control as to how many people can buy it. I mean, that's why Amazon barely sells their products anywhere else. I mean, all the better deals for the Amazon, for the Fire products, the Amazon products, it's on their website. And they're better deals than anywhere else. That's why they started opening up little pop-up stores in malls.
Or they have their little section at Best Buy now.
Mm-hmm.
The Alexa section.
Puzzle is quiet.
How can I?
Tiffany says, speak
These
up.
boys are just going back and forth with their ideas.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Great.
we're going to have a Puzzled's minute of silence and go.
No.
I just
don't
realized I had
understand
the
how to
wrong
retell
topic
it.
on the. I just realized I had the wrong topic on. My bad, guys.
That's cool. We're going to be going into it soon.
All right.
Just like a toxic masculine man to interrupt a woman when she's speaking.
Stretch.
So Infant says, how are you going to go for the largest launches ever and not either delay until the following year if you can't get the amount needed due to the pandemic or whatever the reason is, and do the launch right? You're just pissing off your customers and it's bad PR. Especially when they knew when they made these consoles, they were only going to make a limited amount. So it became sold out super early. Like, that's just shady business. You're not doing
they
it.
know what they're doing.
Exactly.
It's like Apple all over again. Like, oh yeah, we made the first iPhone and we only have 300 at each store. Oh, looks like we're sold out. And it happens every year that they release a new iPhone. What's up, Unholy?
Yeah. And
I mean, every console I've ever bought new has been a headache. That's why, and so like bring it back to Xbox, right? Like I've always waited for the Xbox. The only reason I got a series or I got an Xbox One X when it came out
Mm-hmm.
is because I got super lucky, right? Like I was walking through Walmart and I saw a shelf of them.
mm-hmm.
So I grabbed one and ran
Mm-hmm.
up there and
Where did you
paid.
grab it from?
I might have cut in line in front of like 300 people, but I got one. You know what I mean?
No, you didn't cut in line. You were wearing your Walmart vest. I saw it. I was there when it
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
waiting.
seriously think that this was all planned. They know because it's a corporation, it's all numbers, right?
Mhm.
So if they make this many here and they stretch instead of everybody buying it from this time period, instead of everyone buying it in a year, if they do it the way they're doing it, everyone's going to buy them within 3 years. So they just stretch that product out from 1 year to 3 years real easy.
Mhm.
So it clearly is a sales tactic. And as long as we continue to fund these people doing this is what's going to happen. And then
Mhm.
on top of it, the Series 1X has nothing to do. Like, it doesn't beat my 1X. It doesn't. Like, right now.
Mhm.
Maybe in a year or 2 years when the products catch up to the system. But
Mhm.
as we sit right now, like I'm running a 4K TV with a system that's running over 4K. Like the 1X is like a little over 4K.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't have any stress or any worries if you're running a 1X right now.
Sneakers has a point. You're not cool if you don't have the newest gadget. We created the demand. We create the
Yeah.
demand. Yeah.
But it's like NJ says, it may happen every year, but we get to decide as a consumer what we'll tolerate. Like Sonic, we bullied them to redo Sonic, and they did.
Like
And
everyone's about to start bullying them to redo Clifford.
Or bully them to hire back bully fuck, who was it talking about? Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Keila?
Johnny Depp.
Oh, I just have a long list of frustrations between what the consumer is picking and what we think we're picking. Because a lot of the reasons that we pick the things we do is because where there's not another supply, we don't know that there's another supply available, and they won't change how they do business because, oh, well, consumer demands that we do this instead of this, when really we don't have a choice.
Mhm.
But that's a whole nother topic.
Like toilet paper?
This is straight up con men marketing.
Mhm.
So who in our chat's gonna make a small at home console that can compete?
My computer.
No, and they are thinking of plastics and paper bags in that industry. The plastic industry is so huge.
Mhm.
It needs to change. But as a consumer, there's a lot that we can do, especially in buying reusable products. But there's a lot that we can't change because they won't let us.
I mean, I can say this year I did join the PC gaming world, but I just never play PC games. I definitely need to sync a controller to my PC and be done with it because I'm a controller person, not a keyboard and mouse.
There's some games that you have to play keyboard and mouse, and there are other games that you have to play controller. Like I have my controller at my desk when I need it, and I have my controller for my phone, so I can play Xbox games. I get you. Like I cannot play GTA
Speaking
5
of
with a controller
playing
with a
Xbox
keyboard
on
and mouse.
PC. Crazy. I'm gonna need your help to set up for a Wednesday stream.
That's fine. What do you want, the 1X or the other one?
Either one. I'm playing with Yami, so I'm just super excited.
Okay,
Nice.
you're on the other one, so I'll set that one up.
Sorry.
Devil's
This would
Play
be
started this year too. Yeah, because you do X or PS5, right? Or PS4, I guess.
Devil!
Hey, Devils, what's up, man? Yeah,
Uh,
there they
It is
are.
December
this
4th,
Friday,
JW. December
JW
4th.
at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
NJ is Game Master.
Yeah, no, but like you're saying, I have Game Pass Ultimate just so that I have PC games and Xbox games without having to go buy a bunch of shit.
That's kind of the reason why I bought Game Pass Ultimate. I had to buy a ton of shit for my Xbox when I got it.
I never saw the allure. I mean, I was always a PlayStation guy, so I had my main console, right? Everybody has their main console. You have all of them more or less, but you have your one you play on. So mine was, of course, N64 I started on.
Mm-hmm.
And I moved to PlayStation 1, 2, and then I switched from PlayStation to Xbox 360 because it was given to me, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
I bought the Elite and I always played on the Elite. And then I moved to the Xbox One and then the One X. And then I kind of like stopped. I like right now I do play my Xbox One X daily, but for fun, I go to my Switch. It's weird.
I get that.
I have a question. Is FNAF Friday Nights at Freddy's?
Five Nights at Freddy's, but you're right.
Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah.
What is that?
It is
It's when Freddy
suspense
got
horror
fingered.
game. No. It's a suspense horror game where you have to protect yourself from animatronics from killing you who have been possessed by a family. It's intricate. The lore is really intricate. I've seen it.
Oh, that has that little weird red guy on the case, right? The front, like it looks like Crash, kind of
Oh,
like
57
a
Nights at
cracked out.
Freddy's. There you go.
Yeah, it looks like a cracked out Crash Bandicoot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So-
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Crazy has the Game Pass. Mine doesn't, and I only use Xbox. Before it was to play Spyro to stream on Mixer.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I only play PC games for Twitch. But I guess that'd be really cool if I could get back into Spyro on here.
Yeah, that was totally Snickerbass's idea, W. He thought of it all himself.
Incredible how much we saved.
It is like, I mean, me and Snickerbass started doing that when he lived here, right? So he buy a game, I could play it. I buy a game, he could play it, right?
Mhm.
So kind of like Game Pass. And then when he moved out and I wasn't playing as much, he started playing with his brother. And then me and Kiwi Head, we were doing it on ours for a while, but then we both got to a point where we weren't buying any games, so we just kind of did it. And then, of course, I got to the point where you can't move your Xbox anymore. So there's only 5 times in your gamer tag lifespan you can change your home Xbox.
They changed that. It's 5 changes a year now.
5 a year. Okay.
5 a year. I found out
That's
recently by
cool.
mistake.
I was on last one. Like,
He was so
Exactly.
worried.
well, no, I have a new gamer tag, right? That I started for this, but
Mhm.
like my gamer tag that I had
I don't know.
since I got an Xbox, it was like on its last move. I was like, oh no.
Oh, see, hold on. Oh, Unholy asked, "Do you guys not share the Game Pass?"
And as
Me and
Wizards
Keelan
pointed out,
do, yes.
our Game Pass. Oh, do we?
Well, you use the Xbox too. You can play the games on it.
Oh.
So no, well, hold on. I need to correct that. So you can play any game on my home Xbox, which is the One X.
Is that the one in the
So
bedroom?
yeah, no, the one in the bedroom is not. That's the original.
I don't know the difference between them. They're both Xboxes.
The little one is the new one.
But that's the one you play on. I don't want to.
Yeah. So to play on, so what you do if you want to play on the other one is you log in with my gamer tag that has Game Pass, and then you log in yours. As long as I'm logged in, you're okay. Now on the because on the other one, I mainly play my old gamer tag. It's weird. Yeah.
Mm.
It's how you cheat the
Unholy
system.
confused me.
But if you set her Xbox as your GT's home, then you use your GT to play on your Xbox. No. This has to be set as your GT's gamer tag's
Yeah.
home. Okay, yeah, I realized what GT
So
stood for, like, towards the end of that.
yeah, so I have 2 Xboxes that I play on regularly, right? One of them is my home, one of them is not. One's her home. So if she logs me in with my gamer tag that has Game Pass, then she should be able to play it. I don't know. We'll test this out later.
Okay, so
I'm good either way. Like, it's cool, guys.
So NJ, what is your
Don't
soapbox
worry
rant
about it.
about the Switch?
she'll
How
do-
it's still the number 1 selling game system out of all 3?
fuck yeah.
You gotta write it down, NJ, otherwise you'll forget. Because I'm that.
See, and so if you pay attention to the Switch and how it's played out, it looks a lot like how, they've always kept the Switch where it was in demand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about it. You don't think Nintendo can fire up a factory and pump them out and, and fill everybody?
Oh, you know that they're starting to put the Nintendo Switches together in Japan now. Some of the parts are still coming in from China, but they hope to have that changed by
Bye, Unholy. Have a good night.
later on. Holy.
Sleep tight or have
Go to
fun.
work.
Yeah. But
Have
no.
fun at work.
So
Last week.
just like NJ is saying, the only thing holding back the Switch from competing 100% is its graphics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why aren't they pushing 4K yet? If you can have 4K on a cell phone, why aren't they able to push 4K on a Switch?
I mean, look
Yeah.
at the Wii and the Wii U. Those systems were subpar, and I think the one thing that Nintendo's afraid of doing is pushing for higher technology and pushing it out of its price point. They want to make
Well,
the
yeah,
system
but
affordable for everyone, not just.
you think about it, like, how long did it take them to do HDMI cable? Until the Wii U? I never had a Wii U, so I'm not sure.
My
But I
Wii U
know
has an HDMI cable.
for when I bought my Wii, when I got it, it still came with a red, blue, yellow, or
Mhm.
red, white, yellow, right?
Mhm.
So AV cable. And to this day, the first Nintendo I had that came HDMI was a Switch.
Mhm. I think certain copies of the Wii had an HDMI cable, like the later generation of the Wii. But yeah, I mean, Nintendo's always been a little behind with technology. Even with the Nintendo Switch, it barely pushes 1080 at 30 frames a second.
Yeah.
Even streaming, when I was streaming earlier, I was playing Breath of the Wild. Anytime that I'm in Kakariko Village or I enter the what's it called? The forest, the Lost Forest. Like, as soon as I get to the Deku Tree, it just slows down. So I get where you're coming from.
Like, have you ever seen that video of the guy that was redoing Ocarina of Time in the Unreal 4 engine
Mm-hmm.
and how insane it was?
Yeah, he was rendering it in 4K.
Like, yeah, we need a Switch that could run that game.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, but like me personally, I own a Switch. I've owned a Switch since the second year they came out, because it was so hard to get one.
Mm-hmm.
But I would go buy another one if I could replace my Xbox with it.
Oh, absolutely.
And I would pay the $500-$600 for it.
Once Nintendo releases a Switch Pro, I'm gonna go buy one. Hell, I might even buy 2. One for NJ, one for myself.
I mean, do you think the Pro is going to be worth it?
Oh, definitely. As long as it has 4K and it does 4K on this screen, I'd be happy with that.
I don't even care about 4K on that screen, more or less. Like if they could give me like at least 2K on that screen, right?
Hmm.
I'd be good. But like 4K on my home TV would be amazing. And I would
Heck
buy
yeah,
a whole brand new system and pay $600 for it.
I would too. So
No, and that's what I'm saying. They have the concept. Like what they have, the Switch is the future of gaming. Like I can see the Switch outliving the PlayStation and the Xbox,
mhm.
honestly.
But they need to open up their games too.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, we would be talking like a brand new approach for Nintendo on all fronts for them. So
Mhm.
they need a heavy upgrade on their online. They need to open up to more they have on the Switch, but they do need to open up to a lot more studios to produce games,
Mhm.
and they need a massive upgrade on their hardware. If they did if they did those 3 things, they would annihilate every other gaming system.
Oh yeah, NJ says, I definitely think that Nintendo will wait until Breath of the Wild 2 and bring back Mario Party 20 coin star harder.
Yeah,
None of this
or
stupid Super
I'm
Mario Party bullshit. Yeah.
yeah, no, I've been saying this for a while now. I want Nintendo to make it where I can adjust the Mario Party settings, like more settings. So like I can adjust the stars, I can adjust this, I can adjust the moves, I can adjust how many coins you get per space.
Hmm.
Like it would be awesome.
Okay, and something to what Snickerbass is talking about. I've used xCloud. I'm a fan of it. Like the technology was something that they pulled from Mixer. You know, their limitless streaming where they can send you this massive amount of data and it won't impact your bandwidth. But nothing beats playing physically on my Nintendo Switch. I like to play my Nintendo Switch in mobile version most of the time if I get to play it at all, more than I like to play on xCloud. As a matter of fact, the beta ended and I no longer have xCloud beta, but I was still a beta member. I still have beta software and alpha software on my Xbox upstairs. Like, you know, playing remotely is fine and dandy, but nothing's gonna beat like physically having the hardware with you.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, 80% of the time my Switch is in the dock. So I play mainly on TV with my
Mm-hmm.
Switch. But the reason I like playing is because if I am playing a game that I don't want to stop, I can literally just pick it up and walk out the door.
Mm-hmm. I
And
digress.
I think, yeah, I think if they really invested the time and effort, they would put xCloud to shame.
Mm-hmm. But
So
let's move on to our last topic. Right?
we have more topics. Dang.
Yeah. We have one left.
Right? It's almost Keelan's bedtime.
Yeah. Keelan, do you want to start us
All
off?
right. Look, real quick, a small topic, in and out. Easy as that.
So this kind of ties in with Black Friday. I want to know about y'all's holiday. Because for a lot of people it has been, becoming about the sales or anything like that. But how was your Thanksgiving and being with your families?
Well, I'm pretty sure we broke some rules, but we enjoyed it. I had fun.
We broke rules.
Yeah, you know, like gathering limits and all that bullshit.
Oh yeah,
We're
yeah.
felons. We're bad boys.
Bad boys for life.
What you gonna do? I gotta say this Thanksgiving was a lot different for me. Because unfortunately I was not able to gather with my own family. But it really just made being with Crazy's family this year all the more special because they heard about, what happened with my family and nothing bad happened. But just that I wasn't going to be able to be with them. And they reached out and they were, so supportive and loving. And it really meant a lot to me. Because that is my only family here in San Antonio. And so while I can't be with the main parts of my family, I still got my family. Crazy's family is mine.
And they all said that. They're like, why is she upset? She's getting to be with us, her family. I can't say I did enjoy 3 of my house guests this week. It was very fun and nice having them here. I mean, anytime I get to see my sister, niece, and Lucy is just amazing.
Oh, not all 4. Oh, goddamn.
No, there was what, 6 of them?
Oh,
Six
shit.
of them. Yes.
What a call
And
out.
The niece is adorable. I love her. She helped me with cooking, then we cuddled, and it was just really sweet.
She's too smart for a 3-year-old.
She's only 2.
She's about to be 3 in February.
I know. She's still way too smart.
No, my favorite thing was, so I walked in the door and she's letting all the dogs into the living room. And so you have 5 dogs, because we have 2, they had 3. And you had 5 dogs with the yips running all around our house. And she's standing in the middle of the house laughing maniacally, like Lex Luthor just going at it.
She is the queen of chaos and she revels in it.
Yeah, I should say, yeah. No, she wasn't like Lex. She was like the Joker, just straight up enjoying every second of chaos with pure chaos. No intention for anything besides chaos.
She's chaotic good.
I don't know about
Apparently.
good. That's
Chaotic cute.
term
Chaotic cute. So is that a chaotic
Chaotic cute.
neutral?
And then afterwards, I got to go over to Peach and NJ's house, where they had a couple of friends over as well, and I had a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I reported them.
Damn.
I wasn't allowed to be there, so I reported them.
I mean, you were more than welcome here. You know that.
Thank you. The holidays always get in my feels too. And, speaking of upcoming holidays, I know sometimes it can be hard for people because either it's the first holiday without somebody important in their life, be it a family member who has passed away or family that's out of town, out of state, and you couldn't be with them for, a myriad of reasons. So I just want to send a message to our chat. We love you guys. Y'all have become our community. Y'all have become our family. Make sure to check up on your fellow community members too, because your snickerdoodles. He, in the middle of my heartfelt speech, not rejected them, but he was too tired to have one, so that's his fault.
He did have the pumpkin, or what is it? The pecan pie cream cheese.
Yeah.
He did eat those instead.
The cupcakes? You mean the pumpkin cupcakes?
No, my sister made pecan pie cheesecake.
Oh.
What were you saying, Caitlin?
Just reach out to members of your community if you realize they, are becoming a little bit distant. But also remember to respect whatever they're feeling. I know in one of the Discords we're in, Sammy Ryan was telling, it's a hard holiday season. And just reach out, be friends, bring the community back together. Okay, sorry. We all care about y'all. We want you to be okay. And if y'all ever have any problems, please reach out to one of us, all of us. We're happy to help in any way that we can, support you.
Definitely.
Yeah, I will definitely listen and tell you what you're doing wrong with your life.
I'll listen and I'll listen and give advice.
Yeah. Peach gives great advice. I do great at telling you what to do right.
And I'm great at
This has
giving
been
you a really
proven.
awkward moment.
And I didn't really get a chance to talk about our Thanksgiving here. My family decided to travel and go south Texas. But I had a great time here with Norma. I had a fantastic time with our friends, and you especially, Keelan. Um, I think that this past year was probably the best Thanksgiving I've had in the past couple of years. That's really like I just enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I wasn't expected to do anything other than, make the turkey and cook, take care of the kiddo briefly, and he can like take care of himself now. So it was nice. It's my favorite one so far.
That's nice to hear. And in thinking about it, I mean that if you look at it, because of the way this year turned out, that a lot of people feel forced into a lot of family events,
Mm-hmm.
because like NJ said, you have the family you were born into and you have the family you choose, more or less,
Mm-hmm.
right? And a lot of people are forced to do things with the family they're born into when they would rather be doing things with the family they choose.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And so this year, a lot of people weren't forced to make that choice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like things, I feel like this year Thanksgiving was more about who you want to be around, and if you wanted to be around them, you were around them.
Mm-hmm. If you wanted to hear from them, you'd hear from them. If you wanted to just to speak to them, you would. I get that.
Yeah, like this year, a lot of people weren't forced to do something they didn't want to do. Instead,
Mhm.
they got to choose what they wanted to do, and it makes them a lot more happier.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And I think it
I
was
know.
nice that, it was smaller gatherings. It didn't have to be Thanksgiving, Christmas. They don't have to be some big production with everybody. It can be
Mhm.
simple and it can be heartfelt and it can be real. There are a lot of times I've been
Mhm.
at Thanksgivings and it's just like, cool, I'm here for the food. Yeah, you're all my family. I don't know who any of you are. Just give me some deviled eggs and let's get out of here. Like,
Right? Like I'm pretty certain if I show up to like my family and they're having this big outing, they'll be like, "Oh, hey, this is your uncle, and you haven't met him since you were like 4. Okay, hi, I'm Alan.
that's
Nice
nice.
to meet you
Fuck off.
again. I guess. No, I don't want to touch you. Don't touch me. Not giving you a
I
hug.
can't. You can. Puzzled can contest that the second everybody left my house, I like disinfected the entire house, and gave her headaches.
Just pumped your little spray thing and just went around each room
Yeah, I
with the
was just
face
right there,
mask.
just pumping it up.
Hey,
Pump it up.
that's for later. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Hey, get you some disinfectant and a 1-gallon mist bottle, and life is so much easier.
I
But
believe
no,
it.
like I changed because before they got here, I put like the virus killing air filter in the AC, and then I changed it again.
Oh, speaking of which, I need to change out the filter upstairs. Shit.
It's nothing against them, but
Mhm.
you have your bubble.
Mhm.
We've all formed our little bubble to feel safe, and they're from outside the bubble, so you got to make the bubble safe.
Mhm.
We
The
had to make
bubble
it safe for them and we make it safe after them.
the bubble must not be contaminated. I get that.
But chat, let us know if you had a great Thanksgiving, if there's something you're looking forward to in the holidays, if there's something you're not looking forward to in the holidays. Um, missing a loved one. It's been 3 years, since my cousin's passed, and it's still weird that she's not there and I don't see her. Yay, NJ's off work.
Yeah. I have her mic
I'm
right
gonna
behind me.
go
She's been
to
streaming from my office.
But let us know. Tell us in our Discord if you have any good stories, or hell, even if you just want to share a memory
Mhm.
because something made you laugh and made you think of them. I love hearing those stories. So thank you for being with us tonight. It really sucks that NJ wasn't here. This was a great episode for her to be here. Boys, any last remarks? Jerks?
We are having Chip on the Circle of Jerks this week, and we are very excited because she's from Newfoundland in Canada. And what else are we having, Ethan?
I totally lied earlier. I guess community game night's the 2nd, not the 4th.
No, it's
no,
the
it's
fourth.
fourth.
The
So
second is
NJ's
Chip.
wrong. Oh wait, no. Are we okay? I'm reading
reading it
behind. Okay,
Yeah. So
never mind.
the second is
hyphens
Circle
threw
of
me off.
Jerks. Circle of Jerks with Chip Hunt is the second. Community game that is the fourth.
So I'm just me reading. I would have wrote it. Chip Hunt, December 2nd - community game night, December 4th - you heard December 10th.
11.
Then
Separate the instances instead of the.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I read. Read good. We went over this.
I'm
Why
super
use
excited to have Chip come on.
Mhm.
She's one of my first people I really started watching on Twitch, and I've been waiting to get her on Circle of Jerks. So I'm ready.
I know you dropped her name multiple times. That's okay though. I'm excited to have her on the show.
And then yes, December 4th, we are having our community game night. We'll be playing some Among Us, some Jackbox Party, potentially a Cards Against Humanity clone game, and even a side night and a happiness game, which I am super stoked for.
If worst case scenario, I do have the card game itself. I can just lay them out, and y'all can laugh.
That sounds like fun.
And best of all, you heard we'll be having. Is this the third? The third book club? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Bootleg. We'll be having our third book club for.
Bootleg.
We'll be reading A Simple Favor by Darcy Bell. I know sometime this week, Crazy and I will be watching the movie because we want to do a movie and book comparison. So if you're not a book reader,
also
check out
me
the
no
movie.
read.
I'll be watching that movie.
Yeah.
Well, sweet. Anyone got anything else to plug? Peach, you wanna plug your streaming.
I will. Oh, what else are you gonna say?
No.
Okay. So I am doing my affiliate run. I am almost there. I really just need 2 more days before I can get affiliate and start going through that. So I'm very excited. And I've been playing Legend of Zelda Master Mode. I don't know why I paused there for some reason. My bad.
What days will you be streaming?
So because we have community game night this Friday, I'm thinking about doing an earlier day game stream before community game night, and maybe making my last affiliate stretch on Sunday in the afternoon.
Okay. Let me know and I'll get it added to the calendar so it'll have that countdown as well. Chat, check out, there is a countdown calendar below us that shows when the next stream is happening between Official Millennials, Know This Is NJ, Peach, and myself. Woohoo, guys.
Sorry, Lurking, only mods can do that.
It's everywhere, y'all.
Yeah. And then Keelan, you're streaming this weekend, right?
Yes. I will be streaming on Thursday, doing some Final Fantasy 14 with Catalyst. I actually got her to download Terra today, so we started that journey. I'm gonna see if I can get her to stream Terra on Thursday, but more than likely it'll be Final Fantasy. And then NJ, will you please confirm that you were doing your Thursday evening stream? Because I'm ready for it. Some more Luigi's Mansion, maybe? Maybe?
I think we lost her for right now. Totally understandable. She's getting off work.
Last message I see is, it looks so good. Oh, she's thinking Hyrule Warriors.
Hell yeah, girl. So we got that countdown on there too. We got a little bit of something for everyone. So check us out, man.
Ooh, and it's her
First
first
affiliate
affiliate stream. Nice.
I'm so ready. Have you been able to upload your emojis yet? Your emotes? Can I get them? I want them. Sorry.
Keelan has been drinking, everyone.
Not enough. Not enough. Well, maybe by your stream. Maybe by your stream.
NJ, I'll help you upload your emotes. I uploaded the emotes for Official Millennials. If you need help, just let me know.
She got this.
Crazy. When are you gonna start streaming?
Eventually.
Good answer. Well, with that being it, so that is it, right?
That's it.
All right, guys. Thank you for coming out. Who are we rating? If you have 15,000 channel points, you can guide the raid.
Shoot. Let's see, who was it?
I know,
Broccoli is on.
Broccoli? I like late night streams. That's kind of the reason why I did a 5-hour stream on Saturday.
Yeah, if anyone does a stream after 9 p.m., I will fall asleep during your stream.
Is that what happened?
Everybody that streams after 9 p.m., I have fallen asleep while you've been streaming.
Madly Invincible. Yes.
Ooh, yeah. She's been like following and lurking in my stream too. See, there's Madly Invincible with 5. Oh, Official Millennials is live right now. Iron Tech, Broccoli. So we're doing Broccoli?
I'm down there. We've
right,
never
guys.
done Broccoli before.
No, you're right. We haven't. And it looks like he's playing Outward.
Yeah, I was lurking in his stream earlier before we live.
Broccoli's a guy.
Yeah.
He's a little hard to understand.
That's cool. I'm down. Let's do it.
Okay, so Outward is an open world fantasy role-playing video game developed by Canadian studio Nine Dot. So if you guys are into that kind of stuff, well, it doesn't matter if you're into it or not, you're just going to stick around for this raid. But thank you for coming out, everyone. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your week. Make sure to catch our streams and just stick around. We're going to hit it up with that good old hashtag millennial raid.
We need to hit up CJ and see if we can get a rating.
Yeah, we do.
Bye, Devils.
See you,
Thank
Devils.
Bye,
Thanks for coming by.
All right, here we go. Bye, everyone.
This is an Official Millennials production.